And hello to all of my Virgos. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your Sunday message. This reading is for the 11th of June through the 11th of July. The number 11 is a master number. 11, 22, 33, 44, all the way up to 99, master numbers, right? And so when you see the number 11 in any form, that is God's way of saying, master listening to your intuition. Basically, in a nutshell, the number 11 symbolizes light, Light. And so you want to listen to your intuition. Whenever your intuition is trying to tell you something about a situation, instead of looking at it as like, I need to see the proof, I need to see the evidence, especially if you've already seen enough. You've already seen enough, and your intuition is saying, get out of there, run, move on, or stay. You can further investigate this. It's a new love, whatever it is. But anyway, so listen to your intuition. And so it represents, it symbolizes, getting off the fence and stepping into your own light, stepping into your own life purpose. So that in that light, there's healing from past situations. And so the first card out of the deck is the Four of Pentacles. We have the Page of Swords, we have the Six of Swords, we have the Eight of Swords, the Knight of Cups, the Seven of Swords. So Swords is saying to you, here we have, be more conservative with your thinking. Like, what are you using your mind for? What are you overthinking? Somebody's definitely overthinking something, and it's causing this right here, self-sabotage. Remember, that'll cut into your money. It'll cut into it'll cut into your friendships. It'll just, again, what are you using your time for? Everybody has the same 24 hours in a day, right? If you're thinking third dimension time, same 24 hours in a day. What are you using for your time? Are you using your time for resting your mind, sleeping, meditation? Like, what are you using it on things that won't disappoint you, where you're living your absolute best life? And I do see the anxiety of something going away very, very soon. So something you may have been disappointed with going away very soon. And so here we have the Knight of Cups. This is night energy. Is saying, Source is saying, you have everything in you. You have the living water inside of you to save yourself from a situation. And so use it wisely. Use your time wisely. Maybe you need to get near a body of water, to just kind of relax a bit, kind of sort of calm your spirit down a little bit, right? And say, okay, this water is helping me to see what cracks I may have in my foundation, right? And because these are people that you love. These are people that you love that you're just disappointed in and you're moving on from. Here we have the Five of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, the Fool card, the King of Wands, the Six of Wands, and also the Two of Wands. So I do see somebody not only moving on because you're recognizing people are battling their demons and there's nothing you can do to save them. They could be looking for, you've already tried to, be the firm foundation that people need, but they have to go through something, on their own. So I do see you feeling at one point you may have felt foolish, but not anymore. Somebody definitely has changed their mind. That's the upside of being a mutable sign, is that you are able to adapt easier. And so the fact that we're in this last quarter moon phase in a mutable sign, Pisces, that's God's way of saying, use that water to flush out whenever you feel like you're getting overwhelmed or it's becoming emotionally wounding for you. Clean off those wounds with some fresh water, right? That's being near the pool, lake, stream, some kind of body of water, beach, whatever. Drinking more water, those kind of things, right? But I do see you moving on from some energies. I see you have a lot of ideas moving forward. I see a lot of opportunities coming your way in terms of in your professional life and your personal life. Lots of opportunities coming your way. And I do see you being victorious at that. Again, you're learning how to adapt and understand that moving forward, I can dream bigger and focus on my universe and just trust that God is taking care of everybody else's universe. So again, the Four of Pentacles came out twice. Again, Source is saying to you, be more conservative when you're thinking about two situations in particular. And again, it's not just two people. It could be two types of energies that really irritate your demons. The things that you get close to and you figure, wow, when I really love people, I'm right there to support. But if I get to a point where I get burned too many times, it doesn't really matter what physical body it's in or what job it's in or whatever, anything affecting my personal or my professional life. If I feel like I'm being bullied or burned out, unappreciated, I feel like I'm, getting low self-esteem when it comes to certain things, then I need to redirect my energy sooner, right? I need to say, okay, since I'm a highly adaptable sign, I need to adapt to the truth that I can't save this job, I can't save friendships, I can't save my spouse, I can't save my adult children, I can't, the only person that can be the knight in shining armor is you for yourself, because source lives in you. So that's the same source you're going to inside of you to help save you from some situations. You're not looking for people to, validate how you feel or confirm that, people are battling their demons. All you need is the voice inside of you. And that's what the number 11 is about, is like mastering listening to your inner voice and moving on from some things. Here we have the Seven of Swords, the Three of Swords, the Six of Swords, the Six of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and also the Eight of Wands. Again, I'm talking to you if you have Virgo anywhere in your birth chart, not just your sun, moon, rising, or Venus. Here we have the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords came out twice. Again, two energies in particular. People that you love, but it's also helping you to deal with people outside of that, like on your job, not get so caught up on your job and just you put all your heart and soul in it and your manager doesn't appreciate it. Okay, you know what? I'm going to keep putting my heart and soul into it, whether you appreciate it or not. I know how to detach my emotions. Here we have the Ace of Pentacles. You're still a very hardworking person, and then we have the Six of Swords, Six of Wands, Eight of Wands, and also the Three of Swords. And so it's two situations that, like I said before, you decided to move on from. It could have been very heartbreaking, deeply disappointing and heartbreaking. But again, it's going to start making so much sense to somebody, why you have started to overgive your heart to things, especially to people who have a very different view of love and trust and healing and gratitude and compassion and connection and forgiveness. Their definition is so significantly different from yours that they're never going to understand what those words mean to your definition of those words. So God needs you to detach, because it'll be constant friction, right? And I do see you victoriously with two situations in particular moving on. And that's when you're going to start seeing the things that you've been dreaming bigger about and moving towards, like taking some action to move towards, is going to start happening for you fast, real fast. That's when you're going to start seeing things really, really pick up. When you decide, I need to move on something. And remember, the spirits could be even no longer alive. It could have been, people who are on the other side that you still, every time you think about, their definition of forgiveness and their definition of love, trust, healing, gratitude, compassion, connection could be still, significantly different from yours, because we're talking about everything from your root chakra all the way up to your your solar plexus chakra, are the lower chakras, right? That could have thrown your heart chakra out of alignment. That could make you stay on jobs too long, stay in romantic relationships too long, stay in friendships too long, keep going to family functions where you keep getting cut deep by people just to say, well, I'm still connected to my family. Like, you don't just abandon family. This is not you abandoning family. This is you being obedient to source. Looking at the cards here, is that creating very firm boundaries. Listen to those boundaries. You don't have to cut your family off, but if you create very firm boundaries, some of them will cut themselves out of your universe just by the fact that you create boundaries. You finally said no to something. What? You said no all of this time, and they may, say something where you feel like, oh, okay, that's it. I'm not going to be disrespected anymore. I wasn't going to cut you off, but I'm not going to be talked to like that. I'm not going to be treated like that. So you don't have to cut anyone off. They will cut themselves off. You just have to know when to close the door and just lock it and double bolt it, right? You just have to know when to move on from some things. So since we're in the last quarter moon phase in Pisces, moving towards this new moon in Gemini on the 18th, last quarter moon phase kicks off on Saturday the 10th. It may be Saturday where you are, may already be Sunday somewhere. But some of the things you can do as you're closing out this cycle, Virgo, you can do things that rejuvenate you. You can also take time to reflect on the lessons that this particular lunar cycle. Like, remember, we had a full moon in Sagittarius, so that's where everybody felt lucky. Like, I feel great. I'm aiming for the skies. I'm aiming for the stars. I'm going after things that I never thought I would go after, and I feel blessed and highly favored, right? So Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. That's the planet of growth and opportunity, but also the planet of good luck and good fortune. So this is where somebody has really grown. Somebody says, I'm gonna cut out the overthinking of energies that have burned bridges with me, burned me out, bullied me, those kind of things, so I can use that air and that fire for good and not to hurt myself. I don't want to have this backdraft situation where I'm being disobedient to God, and then all of a sudden I feel like I'm worn out, and I'm all of this going on. So Justice card, the Devil card, the Wheel of Fortune, the High Priestess, the King of Pentacles, and also the Queen of Pentacles. Here's the thing: when you sever ties with the devil, your demons, that fear, that doubt, that uncertainty, what are they going to say? What are they going to do? What are they going to such and such and such and such? Source is saying you may think that they're going to try to ruin your reputation, and they're going to mess up your money or cut into your money. They don't have that power. It was already predestined. Your reputation is still intact, and so is your wealth. Your wealthy reputation that you work so hard to build, and so is your material wealth. They can't stop or block it. If anything, it'll backfire on them if they were to try to. So here we have the High Priestess energy. So your intuition that's what I'm saying. Source is saying master listening to your intuition. That's that number 11. Make this your year. Make this your time. Wheel of Fortune. Source is giving somebody an opportunity to start listening to your intuition. It's not always the easiest when there's especially when there's people that you love, and you just feel like, man, they know a lot about me. They can say certain things about me. But they can't stop or block it. They're not your God. They don't have dominion over you. So here are your questions. Here are your questions if you want to write these down. In case you want to write these questions down, Virgo. Because Gemini is ruled by Mercury, just like you are. We're not talking about any Geminis that you know, just so we're clear. Gemini is a changeable creature, right? We know that the symbol of twins, right? So Source is trying to get you to get to that playful side of yourself, that creative, that curious, that interested in learning more about yourself, learning more about whatever you gave access to your universe in a very playful but high vibrating way. Speaking to your highest frequency, like what did I learn about myself on this journey? I was able to, I'm still, that nothing was able to stop or block me except my own thoughts, right? That could be one thing. But here's the first question. First question is, do you feel there's an area of your life in need of radical change, meaning work, your relationship, well-being, or home? The second question is, what is getting in the way of you changing your story? Your story, not theirs, but yours. Third question is, how could you inject more childlike curiosity into your life? And then last but not least is, who are the 5 people you could get in touch with who could help you on your journey? Sometimes it's not even 5 people. Sometimes it's not even one. But the main energy is Source inside of you. That's why Source is trying to get everybody to return back to listening to your intuition. Your intuition. What is your intuition telling you about it? And remember, every person is unique, right? Not all Virgos are the same. Not all Libras are the same. Not all Capricorns or any sign are the same. So God knows exactly how to get messages through to you as an earth sign. So God will send you a pattern of behavior, like something that you can look back at and say, okay, I have enough experiences with certain energies that I know, okay, my intuition is not going to fail me. If my intuition is saying move on from something, I have enough experiences to know I'm going to be okay, because they have not been able to mess up my reputation. God has blocked them from certain people that would think a certain thing about you. God has blocked that. So they can't mess up your reputation. They cannot mess up your money. If anything, your money is increasing, because now you're like, okay, you're getting closer and closer to, where is it? You're getting closer and closer to that 100% obedience and Source. They don't have any power. That's what people need to learn. It's like, just because people are running smear campaigns on social media, that's not people who are, there are a lot of people who are smart enough. These people are smart enough to realize that that's not my experience with Virgo. And again, I'm talking to you if you have Virgo anywhere in your birth chart, even if you're a cross watcher, pull your birth chart. If you had this situation that's happened to you where you feel like There are people who will burn your reputation or talk negatively about you and slow down your business and all of that. God will block every single person who is trying to get that they're trying to get to ruin your reputation. God will put, like, it's like God stopped them. If they had the thought in their mind, God is, don't do it. Don't you do it. Don't you dare do it. To a point where they'll be scared to do it and not even know why they're afraid to reach out to people to talk about you. So, sanctity. Through offering, even the most mundane problem can become a sacrament. That's right. Even the most mundane problem can become a sacrament. Is there ever a time, Virgos, when God told you not to do something and it was so loud and clear, you were like, oh my God, okay, this is like, God is like, do not go to such and such, or do not do, or do not say, or whatever. And you're like, oh, okay, I don't know. Something stopped me. It was God telling you. They got that same voice inside of them that's saying, don't you dare. Don't you dare. They'll, Anyway, burning bowl ceremony. That's right. Do a burning bowl ritual. Release it. Release it in love. I release whomever or whatever. I release it in love. Because what you don't want to do is let their toxicity sit in your soil, and then you start thinking negative thoughts about things, and you start growing. It's like they planted their seeds, their negative seeds in your garden, and you're watering that with your emotions, and now that negativity is growing. Sacred waters. Yep. That's right. Get near some sacred waters. Drunken by the swell of the sea, I can feel the blanket of her embrace. Unafraid of the presence releasing the cords, I call her in. I call her deeply within. So there's definitely some cord cutting ceremonies that's happening. Definitely some cord cutting ceremonies, some meditation that's happening. Somebody's just having a very spiritual experience where they're deciding, I need to move on from some things, and I need to do a cord cutting ceremony. I need to stop holding on so tight to certain emotions when it comes to things. The only person, like I said, that's why you only see one water card here. The only person that can save you is you. Get near some water. Get near some water. Stop all the overthinking, getting fired up, angry, and worn out because of certain energy sources. Get near some water. Plan a cruise, even if it's a day cruise. 30. I am imaginative. You are an original, innovative thinker and an excellent communicator. You have a great talent for using creativity to convey your ideas, and your optimistic attitude has an uplifting effect on others. That's right, the number 30. That's what I have for you, and I'll see you on Motivational Monday. Bye.